What's up, everybody? It's Devin, and I'm going to be doing the alternative broadcast of the Golden State Warriors versus the Houston Rockets, and the third quarter just started, so I'm just going to jump right into it. I'm basically just watching with no sound, and I'm going to tell you exactly what I see, and I'm going to send out a tweet. So there's the tweet, and usually it takes a little bit of time for people to come. So, that's okay. Leave that. So get off of Twitter. Close that down. All right, the score is 47-45. And I don't know why I just moved. It was coming in super strong, and I just moved the screen. And now it's blurry again, but it's 47-45. Warriors have it. Durant shoots a three. No good. And the ball goes to Houston. Harden has the ball. Dribbles it up court. He's being guarded by Thompson. And he takes it to the lane. And I think a foul is called. Don't know if that is a shooting foul. But why did I move that? That was coming in so sharp. I could totally see everybody's names. And honestly, it's Spectrum. They got the worst website. But thanks for coming, everybody. I missed the first half, though I did see that Houston was up by a significant amount of points. Like, the fact that they're down right now is pretty surprising to me. And Houston is at the free throw line right now. And Harden ties it up with the first free throw. And now I'm getting slow internet from Spectrum. Why did I touch that? Here we go. Gonna refresh that. Thanks for coming, everybody. If anybody's here yet, in the first half, the big scores for Houston it was Harden with 11 and Capella with 8. But Capella's also got 7. Oh no, that's 17 minutes. 11 rebounds. That's pretty impressive. And he's one of those guys that needs to step it up. And back to the game. Durant has it in the lane, blocked by Ariza. And Houston has the ball. It's a tie game, 47-47. 10 minutes in the third quarter. And if you're here, make sure you leave some comments. Get the conversation going. I'll come say hi during the commercials. And I'm going to have to go to the shady website, I think, because that's going too slow. And let me take a look. Going to the shady website. Because that's not even going. And the Spectrum website screws me once again. And I was trying to scoot back a little bit like everybody else. But it's just not working. And the problem with this website is it's such a small little screen. So let's hope this works. Let's go. Well, luckily this is happening now. Let's go. Alright, well, Houston took the lead back again. I'm going to refresh that. Here we go. Not very clear. Okay, here we go, people. Golden State has the ball. They give it to Thompson. Thompson gives it to Durant. Durant shoots an open three. Of course that's good. And it's back to a tie game, 52-52. This is going to come down to the ending. And I don't know who I want to win. It's tied. I just want a good game, preferably overtime. I just like good games, but I want to root for Houston, but I'm still a little bit butthurt about the Astros. And you know what? Good for them. They won the World Series. The best team ever fielded by the Dodgers. Somehow we lost to the Astros. Still a little butthurt about that. So Golden State, Houston, I'm indifferent, I guess. But I do like the idea of Chris Paul actually winning something and having his skills go to use, because boy, did we waste his talent on the Clippers. And I'm not the hugest Clippers fan, but I tried to be. But then just shenanigans are always going down. And sorry, I'm not doing the play-by-play right now. I'm waiting, trying to. Here we go. Western Conference Finals. Thanks for coming. And Capella is at the free throw line right now. And, babe, do you think you can take your phone off Wi-Fi? Though I don't know if it really helps that much.
Else for you?
No, that's about it. And I'm having meatloaf tonight. Gonna be sweet. All right, here we go.
Where's the meatloaf?
Ma!
You want some meatloaf?
Where's the meatloaf? I'm having meatloaf. I'm pretty excited. 53, 52, 8. Okay, now it skipped ahead. 54, 53. Golden State's up by 1. Chris Paul shoots a 3, and that was a perfect shot. It goes in. 56, 54, 8:22 left, and this is going to be a shootout. I can tell a shootout when I see one. Not a lot of defense so far, but I don't know what you're supposed to do against these offensive teams. Oh, the ball's stolen by Houston. Harden's got it on a fast break and pushes off. There's no foul. That was weird. Great play, I guess, on defense. Golden State has the ball. They give it to Durant. Fall away jump shot, and that's good. But I think they're going to call it off. And maybe that was a push off of Durant, and they really don't let people push off anymore. But if they let anybody get away with it, it's going to be Durant. And man, I missed an awesome dunk. Awesome dunk. And then Chris Paul just faked that he was going to the hoop super hard. He like totally bluffed me. Step back 3 and drained it. So Houston's up by 2. And Iguodala goes to the hoop and I think fouled, or I don't know what's going on. But it's a 2-point game. Series is tied 2-2. This is going to come down to the ending. And I hate to say it, it's because until you start doing this and you realize what's going on with traffic, they want game 7 so bad. It's tens of millions of dollars, if not hundreds of millions of dollars. It's going to happen. And I hate to say that. I still love it.
No, it didn't though at the same time because there's so much pressure on an athlete's body. Like there's still the finals after this. The athletes. Oh, like look at Derrick Rose. You've never get through a fucking.
Derrick Rose would be an example of somebody that he was a glass cannon.
You're a glass cannon.
56, 54. And now it's a 1-point game. Golden State's winning by 1, 57, 56. And Thompson just drained a 3. And Klay Thompson's got 12 points, 2 of 4 3-point shooting. That's not amazing. And somebody on Houston shoots a 3. That's no good. It was very contested by Draymond Green. And Warriors have the ball. Curry, haven't seen him do anything yet. Though I know he does have some points. Curry has 11 points. And Durant takes it left to the lane. Little floater shot, misses it. Chris Paul comes down with the rebound, goes right to his hands. And, you know, one thing about Chris Paul, he's so safe with the ball. He gives it to Harden. Harden's doing his moves. Hasn't stepped inside the 3-point line. Passes it to, I think that's Ariza. Ariza passes it back to Paul. 7 seconds on the shot clock. This is going to be Paul's shot. He's being guarded by Curry. They're trying to expose Curry, I think. Paul shoots a crazy 3. That's good. And I had never saw him do that one time on the Clippers. He just drained the sickest 3 at the buzzer. 2 guys in his face. They're still down by 2, though. 8:21 left. Thompson goes right against Harden and takes Harden to the hoop and makes the layup. Harden was on his heels, and I didn't know Thompson could do that. And immediately Houston calls timeout. So it's still a tie game. Still a tie game. It's almost as if I shouldn't have been doing anything. And now we're watching the replay, and Chris Paul, he can just, and now he's talking some smack to Curry doing the dance move, which is pretty, it's not that cool. It's not the coolest dance move in the world. You guys remember the Dirty Bird? That was the best dance move in the world. The Atlanta Falcons, they had the Dirty Bird. That was the sickest. That one we can all agree is the best dance move. Curry's dance move, you know what? It's like he's shaking it out a little bit, like he's waking up in the morning. Don't know if I'm a fan. Anyway, on commercial break, and today I am only doing YouTube. Mata Puerco 390, thanks for giving me a like. Yeah, this is going to be a great game. Make sure you stick around when more people come. Get the conversation going. Was doing this for the Lakers all season, and you know what? I was just kind of doing a little bit too much like radio. And, we got to interact a little bit more. So thanks for coming. I appreciate the comment. And who are you rooting for? Who are you rooting for? I mentioned, you know what? I'm indifferent. Oh, what's up, Will? Thanks for coming. Who are you rooting for right now, Will? It's Golden State, of course. You're from California. I would like to root for Houston more, but I'm a little bit upset about the Houston Astros. Not kicking the crap out of the Dodgers in the World Series, but they won. They definitely won. Putherin, a coffin, thanks so much for the like. Keep on giving me likes. I'm learning how to do this better by watching these guys, Fury Sports, and I got to remember to get you guys involved and for you guys to give me likes because they're only as powerful as the audience. And that's something I knew, but you should see what happens. The audience helps them as much as anybody in their life could help them. It's crazy. Anyway, it's a crazy thing. Go check out Fury Sports. I'm going to talk about them later when more people are here. Thanks for coming. And I'm going to try to keep the play-by-play going, because yesterday and just in general, when I start talking about YouTube or airplanes or space or stuff, very few of you actually like that. So I'm gonna do the basketball game. And now we see a commercial for Star Wars, and you know what? That's just not gonna be good. And I'm just so sick and tired of what they're doing with Star Wars. It's still Star Wars. They're ruining the brand. And you know what? Don't make a Star Wars movie unless it's good. Yeah, don't make it unless it's good. And nobody asked for Han Solo. And you know what? I'm not like I'm sick and tired of the SJW garbage. I'm just going to admit it. I don't like the SJW garbage. I don't like it in Star Wars. Let's handle SJW stuff in real life. You know, there's some inequities. Let's do it in real life. I don't know if I like that much. But anyway, still on commercial break, and that's a perfect example. Got to keep it to the basketball. Draymond Green, 7 points. Klay Thompson, 14 points. Steph Curry, 11 points. Kevin Durant, 21 points. And Kevin Durant is definitely the MVP for the Warriors right now. And now I got the names up and they got the points and it updates. And I think now that I'm only doing it on YouTube and not all the other sites, my internet goes faster. So I can put more stuff up on my screen. And now we have the audio assist from Steve Kerr, who knows what he's saying, but he's got a clipboard in his hand. He's writing stuff down. The team is listening. And now we're looking at D'Antoni, who, you know, he kind of looks like he's up to shenanigans all the time. Like he's up to shenanigans, like he's like the old guy shenanigans. And Steve Kerr, you know what? I wish he was my life coach. I could probably do better. He'd probably say, you know what? Get off YouTube. Get a real job. I'm like, I got a real job. I'm also doing YouTube, and I need to pick one. 59-59. Harden has the ball, shoots real quick. No good. That was a missed three. And it's 59-59, 5:55 left here in the third quarter. Curry has the ball. Gives it to Thompson. Thompson shoots a three. That is beautiful and good. Wow. Golden State, when they start hitting threes, it is something that the Lakers didn't do at all this year. Like, I can count on one hand how many sweet threes the Lakers hit. And they're all by Kyle Kuzma. This is just incredible. And it's fun watching good teams. I'm not talking smack. It's fun watching good teams. Chris Paul passes it to, they're struggling right now. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Harden takes it left, wild shot, and fouled. And that is just such a good option for Houston, which is give it to Harden. Have him go to the hoop, and they're going to foul him like all the time. But the problem is that then he just has to make his free throws. Don't know what kind of career free throw shooter he is. They're probably going to tell me right now. Because TNT, you know, they're going to start noticing that we're doing this on YouTube, and they're not going to give us any more stats. I mean, how else are we supposed to know these things? And Harden makes the first one. And definitely like his beard. Like, you know, a lot of these guys in the NBA have that kind of beard. You know, LeBron has one too. Don't like that one. Harden has what I call the Haley Selassie beard. And it looks awesome. It looks awesome. Chris Paul, not a big fan. You know, clean it up. You're an insurance salesman. Clean up the beard. But what's funny is, actually, I think he might be a bit of a dick. And I think he doesn't like the Clippers. And I think he left on bad terms with Doc Rivers. And I don't know what's going on with the Clippers. I don't like Doc Rivers. I don't like how they brought in this. I don't know what's going on over there. But I've never liked the Clippers because they don't treat the players well. There's always mismanagement. And then we got Griffin, and anyway, Warriors are passing it around, and then Houston steals it. And I don't know who any of these guys are, but number 13 takes it to the rack, and it goes out of bounds. And I think he's fouled by Bell. And number 14 is Gerald Green. Well, Gerald Green was awfully aggressive there for being Gerald Green. I don't know what, maybe he ate his Wheaties today, but not sweating that much. Oh no, that's number 10. No, that's Eric Gordon. Eric Gordon, yeah. Well, you know, that's a little bit more up his speed. And Eric Gordon, in the 2 wins, 20.5 points. In the 2 losses, only 13. So maybe he is a key figure in this offense. But to me, the key figures are clearly Chris Paul, Harden, and Capella. If Capella plays well, how can anybody beat them? But he doesn't really shoot that well. And amazing reverse layup from Curry. Goodness gracious, that guy can go to the hoop too? he like flew through the air. There was like a reverse layup. It was amazing. Harden takes it to the lane again. Got double teamed. Swaggy P's in the mix. Chris Paul shoots a long three off the back iron. And you know what? He was open, but I don't like. Oh no, that was Gordon. I don't know if I like Gordon shooting that. And wow, Curry just owned Harden. And I don't know if Harden is that good on defense or if he's just a tiny bit slower than some of these guys on the Warriors, because he got beat a couple times. I've seen it. And it's 64-63, 4:21 left. And oh man, now Eric Gordon is pissed. And Curry took it to the hole and was fouled, and Gordon was not happy with the call, shaking his head. That's the miniature schnauzer Ludwig in the background. And that was all ball. That was all ball. Gordon, you have that was the most perfect block. And if I was Gordon, I'd be pissed too. And it's just what happens. It's just what happens. Golden State, I've been watching them. I watched them play the Lakers a few times this year. And those are honestly like the only games that I watched other than, I only watched the Lakers. But every single time we played them, we always got screwed on calls. Durant, everything went his way. Everything went his way. They had Iguodala going up against Julius Randle in the paint. Everything went his way. It's annoying. And Chris Paul's on the bench at 65-63, 4:17 left. Stephen Curry, 14 points, 5 of 10, 4 rebounds, 5 assists. And you know what? To me, it kind of looks like he might start going off a little bit. Oh, just got a new subscriber. That's Skill. Thanks for subscribing. Get the conversation going. During commercials, I'll talk to you guys. I'm going to step up my game a little bit here doing broadcasts. I'm going to step up my game. Gordon shoots another three, and that's perfect. And Gordon, you know what? No one's going to tell him to stop shooting and to stop trying. 66-66. This is an amazing game. Warriors have it. They're having a hard time. Like, they don't have, like, their offense sometimes looks a little bit chaotic. And they're just doing random stuff. Like, just now, they almost turned it over. Luckily, Curry saved it. And they're still doing chaotic things. Crazy shot. He's blocked. He gets the ball back. Gives it to Durant. Or somebody shoots a three. 20. And that was a lot of chaos. And you know what? That's got to be really hard to defend. Because if you're a defender, you have no idea where the ball's going. But one thing that I did like to see was a lot of movement. Nobody was on their heels on offense. There was movement the whole time, even Durant. And the Warriors have 13 turnovers. Wow, that's a lot of turnovers. They must have happened in the first half because I'm seeing some pretty clean basketball. Harden has the ball, running it down to 6 seconds in the shot clock. This is weird. He didn't pass it once. I don't think that's Swaggy P guarding him. Shoots a three. No good. And Warriors come down with the easy rebound. They were set up. They had everybody boxed out. I don't know what they were doing on that one. Air ball from Thompson. And that's going to be Houston's ball. And it's 66-66, 3:01 left in the third quarter. Make sure you go check this out on TNT if you can. Because without a question, watching this is better than me. So make sure you can go to TNT. They got shady websites someplace. I think they're better these days and they don't give you viruses. So if you can find a shady website, do it. If you can go to TNT, do it. And if not, you can come back and listen to me. Houston misses a shot. Golden State has it. Still a tie game. Curry takes it to the hoop against two guys. He passes it and called for a push-off. He had two guys on him, and he decided to push him. And then maybe the first guy flopped a little bit, and then the guy behind him didn't know about the flop, so he went with him. And that's going to be a tie. I don't know what's going on. On commercial break. It is 66-66, 2:40 left, and this is as good as a playoff game as I've seen. It's awesome. Oh man, okay, now I gotta go to the top. Lake, what's up, Willer? Pufferin, Coffin, like, thanks guys. Yo everybody, how you doing? What's up? Philly 500, what's up, man? And I just saw a video today, by Dan the Laker fan talking about where LeBron might end up. And I was convinced that he was going to go to Philadelphia. It just makes sense. But this guy knows basketball, and he said Houston. And that just scared the crap out of me. So, you know what? I'd much rather him go to the Lakers or Philadelphia. Let's focus on the play-by-play. Talks about Star Wars. That's Skill. What's up, man? You know what? I'm going to focus on the play-by-play in the second half. I will be back. Willer, you're 10 years old. Listen to your mom. Clean your room. I went and back and listened to 4-year streams. Your gold is classic stuff. You're funny as hell and love it. Thanks, Philly 500. The one that I have pinned against Orlando is when after I got done, I was like, man, I was kind of in the zone and I had the most thumbs up, thumbs down ratio. So then I took that out and I just cut off the end of it, did some editing on the audio and posted that. And that's actually a really good idea because these streams don't get good traffic once you post it. Those search terms don't do well. Cut a piece of it off, title it for what you're talking about, post it, boom, more content, 2 for 1. Oh, Sport Fury, hey yo, what's up, man? Thanks for coming. That skill, I like his beard too. You look like Little Dicky. Sports Fury, what's up? I subscribe. That's cool. Thank you so much. You're blowing up, my man. I'm going back and watching all your content. Well, there's not too much. It's just me doing play-by-play, and that's one of the issues with this is once you do one of these, and like let's say you talk about week 7 of the Cowboys. Once it's done with week 7, then there's not value there for people to go see it later. So, you know, if you don't watch my other content, that's fine. I'm going to learn how to make videos out of these videos better because the last thing I need to do is make more videos. Thanks for coming. I'm going back. Sport Fury, what's up? Houston is possible. And, almost didn't miss anything. And yesterday, Sport Fury, that was Josh, said that he was going for Houston. I mean, the fact that he's from Texas, I can live with that. But Chris Paul, I would love to see him win a championship. He deserves it. He is so good. And the Clippers, they didn't treat him very well. So for that reason alone, now I'm indifferent. But I'm a little bit upset with the Houston right now because the Dodgers, we fielded the best damn team in Dodger history. We won 100 games. We beat everybody in the NL West. No problem. And then somehow Houston beats up everybody. And it went to game 7, and I don't know why we started that guy. He wasn't Darvish. He wasn't game 7 ready. And we're back to the game, but I'm gonna talk about Sports Fury because I saw that you did those World Series. And when we're back. I'll get to that though. Thanks for coming, everybody. And if I learned anything about this, it's got to remind you guys to like and just subscribe. And if you like what I'm doing, just share it or do what you can. That's one thing that I didn't do. And what happens is there's like people that come, and then it shoots up at the ending of the game. So when the most people are there is when I have to do that. And that was actually when I didn't do that because it was the end of the game. So learning how to do it. And I really made some dumb errors. And I think just focusing on YouTube is good because the restream and doing it, I don't think YouTube likes it when you do the stream on all the platforms, even though it's very powerful. I don't think YouTube likes it. And from here on out, I'm just keeping YouTube happy. Happy YouTube, happy life. Warriors have the ball. Durant goes right. He goes right around Ariza. What is Ariza doing? I thought Ariza was good on defense. He didn't do shit for the Lakers. He could jump really high and make like one good highlight per game. But it was never like top 10 highlight on ESPN. It was always just Lakers highlight. And I can't even remember anybody on the team back then. We were just terrible. Last year, we were unwatchable. I didn't even watch it. This year, we were good. And you know what? I know you guys probably don't like the Lakers. People don't like the Lakers. But we were good this year. Our record just didn't quite show it. And our coach smokes weed all day. And you know what? I'm down for that. But I don't know if stoners make good basketball coaches. Historically, they don't seem to get along very well. Gonna refresh this stream because it's going slow. Thanks for coming, everybody. And also, going on all the sites, it's just too much to see. Gotta keep it simple. Keep it simple, stupid. Except Sports Fury, it doesn't appear simple at all. It's a different experience. It's going very fast. To the point where if I just saw that and didn't know people liked it, I would think, you know what, maybe it's going a little too fast. Well, that's what YouTube likes. And now I can't see shit. My internet is going slow. Alright, gonna refresh this. Come on. Spectrum Sports, always screwing me. Always screwing me. And I don't know what kind of internet you guys have. If you guys have Google Fiber, I should just move to someplace that has Google Fiber. Because this 10 megabits per second sounds good on paper. Oh, host serving connect timeout. Internal server error. So the shady website. You know, that's probably Spectrum taking down my videos and these videos. Okay, I'm gonna have to go back to the Spectrum website, I think. Thanks for coming, everybody. Let's try this one. Let's try this one. It's probably gonna be an even smaller screen. You know, you gotta click on the thing, and then the pop-up pops up, and then you gotta click on the play, and then another pop-up comes up. It's a double pop-up shady stream. Let's go. Here we go. Golden State's up by 2. 1 minute left in the third quarter. And this is going to be very, very close. 2-point game. Chris Paul has it. He still has it because it's frozen. Oh, here we go. Now we're moving. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Paul's being guarded by somebody kind of tall and big. Don't know who that is. It's not Draymond Green. Is Draymond Green even playing? I have not seen him that much. Maybe he's not wearing his middle school undershirt. That would make sense. And Chris, now we're watching. This would be funny play-by-play because Kerr is yelling at somebody. You know, Durant doesn't listen. And honestly, I don't think he listens to anybody. He's just so lucky he's good at basketball. Okay, here we go. Golden State is up by 1. 45 seconds left. And now I'm taking a look at Kevin Durant's sweaty face. And you know what? I'm okay with that little beard. He's kind of got like the double thing going. And number 4 comes off the floor for PJ Tucker. Who the hell's PJ Tucker? And back when I was a kid, athletes, they weren't named Tucker. Nobody named Tucker was ever an athlete. Now if you take a look at like Arizona, or not, what team was that? We're playing some team. They had Scooter, they had Tucker. What are with these millennial names? Man, it's still frozen. Anyway, we're probably on halftime right now. Man, this is the longest 30 seconds of all time. 72-70, 27 seconds left, and I'll take it blurry. I'll take it blurry as long as it's moving and somewhat live. But what happens, I don't know if maybe it hasn't happened today, but usually when a lot of people come and I'm behind, somebody will know what happened and then they'll type it in and they'll spoil it for everybody. You know, it's a little bit of a dick move. But you know what? I'm happy with any comments. Make sure you say something funny. The funnier, the better. Offensive is cool. Just if it's too offensive, YouTube will take it down without even me reading it. Clint Capella, they showed us his stats, whatever. This is the Harden show. And here comes Swaggy P. Former Laker, didn't do anything on the Lakers, but he's just had a horseshoe up his ass his whole entire career. And now he's playing for Golden State and actually sees decent minutes. Not decent, he gets minutes. And guess what he does with those minutes? He does whatever he wants. He shoots threes, he just jacks them up. And that's exactly what he did on the Lakers, but he just didn't make very many. And I think he caused some drama in the locker room. Though I wasn't watching the Lakers when that went down. But I think he caused drama in the he's a cool guy. I like him. Swaggy P. 1 point game, Golden State has the ball. I'm getting the best connection I've had the whole time. Kevin Durant goes left. He's being guarded by whoever I think that's Capella. Capella's like way out by like half court guarding him. Durant goes left. Can't get around him. Passes it to number 4. Number 4 shoots a 3. Misses it. 4 seconds left. Houston has the ball. They pass stolen by Curry. Curry shoots it at the buzzer. Oh, almost goes in but doesn't. And we're going to halftime. 72-71. And this is about as exciting as it gets in terms of just fun basketball. And it's also fun because we're just watching 2 different systems of play. Like, oh, and we're got a replay of Chris Paul making fun of Curry on his dance because it's really not that cool of a dance. And now we're going to commercial break. They got to get plenty of fast food commercials because it isn't a professional sport, and I guess they know a bunch of people sitting on couches is watching. But I just get so sick of it with the Lakers and Spectrum, just so many fast food commercials. And now we got this guy, I think, breaking a record on doing pizza boxes. And he's standing around all the boxes he made. And he's like, you know what? Maybe we should start making pizzas because that's plenty of boxes. 2 topping, $5.99 each, carry out only. And you know what? It's amazing how much cheaper it is when you order pizza and you go pick it up. Like, we're talking like if you get a large Amici's from around here, and they drop it off, it's like $20 plus tip. If you go pick it up, it's like $11.99. It's right around the corner. But the problem is sometimes I'm drunk, and then so I'm paying ultimate premium because I'm drunk. Anyway, thanks for coming, everybody. On commercial break. Let's go. Thanks for coming, everybody. Get the conversation going. I should be studying for my finals, but I'm watching this stream. Kevin White, thanks for coming. Think about it like radio. If you can't get to a TV, but try to get to a TV. Sports Fury, check out his channel. He's doing what I'm doing, but way better. And he's got a great community. Meet some people, and his international community. It's very, very interesting. It's a new thing on YouTube. Live sports broadcasts. It's new. And I think that's kind of why it took so long for even Sports Fury to blow up, is because no one knows about it. No one even knew that it existed. And as soon as people found out about it and it got out of that tipping point, the floodgates were open. So yeah, make sure you check out Sports Fury and Philly 500. They're real YouTubers. But we also take regulars. I'm always surprised how many people are on YouTube that aren't actually making videos. But then I started making videos, and no wonder I should just be watching, because it's a pain in the ass. Thanks for coming. And Sports Fury, Josh is at work. And you know what? It's good to know that he's responsible, because he's just been given the keys to the most awesome YouTube car of all time. And you know what? If he's willing to go to work after doing what he's doing for finals games when there's the most traffic on the internet, I'll give him the keys when I'm drunk. I'll give him the keys. Philly 500. I'm still sorry I have not seen your content yet. Just like a couple of the top videos. I'm still on Sports Fury. Well, it turns out there's so many of them, and I just want to make sure that I see like a lot of it. I'm just impressed with it in general. So Philly 500, I'm gonna make it to you, but you know, I'm trying to quit driving and YouTubing. Trying to quit that. That's where I did a lot of my YouTubing, because you're sitting in traffic all day. You just drive with the phone right here. Yeah. Are we back yet? Probably. Back to, oh, now we got another commercial for Han Solo, which is just, I mean, I just like good movies. And I just didn't like The Last Jedi, and I didn't like what they did with it. And Luke Skywalker, who's like the hero of all heroes, the best Jedi of all time, we never saw him fight. We saw him fake fight. Like, why did that have to be an illusion? Why couldn't that just be him? I don't know. I didn't like it. I don't like the SJW garbage. I'm not like a crazy conservative guy, but I'm sick and tired of the SJW garbage. And now that's all as political as I'm going to get. 72-71. Fourth quarter. And it's Kathleen Kennedy. It's Kathleen Kennedy's fault. We know that now. The problem is people told her she was good at her job. And they're like, no, you were just working for Steven Spielberg for 25 years, and they thought you were a genius. No, you were just helping him out. It was Spielberg. 72-73. Houston just drained one. That was Chris Paul. And I'm going to close this down because I just get so confused. Focus on the game. Curry shoots a three. That's good. And it's fun to see him kind of get back into that quick shooting and making them and run up points. Only 18 points. And is that 2 of 7 3-pointers? So that's not that great. But I like to see him shooting. It's fun. Though maybe a little bit of an underachiever this season. He was hurt, and in the playoffs he could be doing better. 14 shoots a three for Houston, and that's good. And this is just a shootout, 76-75. It's a 1-point game. Curry has the ball. Durant's not on the floor. Gives it to Thompson. Thompson gives it back to Curry. Curry's being guarded by Capella. Capella's doing a good job. He passes it to Thompson, and Thompson steps on the line. And this Houston defense, for not knowing any of these players, like other than they're able to do pretty well against a team that passes and runs around as much as the Warriors. They're hanging tough. Oh, YouTube appearance. There's Ludwig. There's the miniature schnauzer.
Support his butt, dude.
Yeah, I got it. Ludwig, there you go. People are here. That's the miniature schnauzer Ludwig. And he doesn't really like YouTube that much. So I figured I wanted to call him YouTube, so I can annoy everybody, or the next dog YouTube. So that way I can annoy people even more by saying YouTube even more than I do already. YouTube, that would be a funny dog name. No? If you can think of a better one, then we'll name it that. But until then, it's YouTube. 78-77. It's a 1-point game. Houston has the ball. Chris, yeah, that's the thing, is it can work with every breed. YouTube. Anything. Even a cat. But I'm not going to waste that name on a cat. It's got to be a dog. Yeah, but I'm not gonna wait. Don't waste the good names on the Cats. Anyway, Chris Paul shoots a crazy three at the buzzer, and it goes in. And that's 2 miracle shots that we've seen him make in this game. And how is this only a 4-point game? Both teams are playing great. How is Houston only up by 4? It seems like they're draining everything. And Curry has the ball. He passes it to this guy. This guy shoots in the lane. And Capella comes out of nowhere to get that rebound. And he has been dominating the paint for Houston pretty well. 9 minutes left, 13 seconds on the shot clock. And I think that's going to be a foul. You know what? If you're watching with no sound, off the ball fouls are the absolute worst because it stops the play. Oh, we got JJ Watt next to Justin Timberlake, and people say I look like Justin Timberlake. One time I got mistaken for him in front of a yogurt shop. Some guy just pulled my arm and says just, and then stopped saying Justin halfway through. And it happened to my twin brother too. We look like Justin Timberlake. But I gotta hit the gym. But yeah, sitting next to JJ Watt, and that's just one of those guys that you love. Some people just go above and beyond with their success, and JJ Watt's one of them. And he doesn't have to do that. 81-77. Chris Paul, another crazy shot at the buzzer. That's no good. And Golden State has the ball. I love that guy JJ Watt, and I don't know how good of a football player he is. You know what? I've spent time in Houston. The Astros kind of messed it up for me with Houston for a little while, but I'm down with them, no doubt. Just the Astros kind of screwed that up. 81-77. 8:33 left. Chris Paul, and it's just amazing. Houston just dribbles it by the 3-point line. They really don't do that much with the ball. And Chris Paul is duking and driving and, going through the legs. Great handles. Shoots another wild shot. Misses it at the buzzer. And that was weird. There was only one pass in that offensive possession. Tristan Thompson shoots a quick 3. And of course it's good. That is so sweet when those teams do that. They just dribble it up and then shoot a 3 because it doesn't take any time off the clock. And because the teams aren't really set yet, a lot of those offensive rebounds go to the team that shot it. So that's just a good strategy. But you got to make them. Because I don't know if you guys know about this dude named Chris Lopez or Brook Lopez. He's got a twin brother on the Lakers. Paying him $20 million. Didn't do shit. Didn't play defense. And he would shoot threes like he was Curry. And he shot like 25%. The Lakers were good. We just had some problems. But Julius Randle, Kyle Kuzma, and Lonzo Ball, they're the real deal. And I was skeptical about Lonzo Ball. I was skeptical, but he facilitates. And I would watch the scores and just the points and what people were doing. And when he was in the game, everybody else did better. And then when he was out, because he was pretty injury prone, which was annoying, but he was. Everybody was depressed shooting. So once he learns how to shoot, he's going to be good. And he is one of those guys that he doesn't really run that fast. He doesn't jump that high. He doesn't shoot well. And you're thinking, well, why the hell is he first round draft pick and why is he playing? Well, it's because he's smart. And he thinks one step ahead of the defense. And the problem was that the defense never knows what he's going to do in real time. Like, they don't know what he's going to do. It's impossible to guess. But the problem is that there wasn't a lot of chemistry, so the Lakers players themselves didn't know what he was going to do. So he would pass the ball, and it was hitting Julius Randle in the back of the head like half the time. And then it's just like, all right, guys, you guys have had a full season to get this chemistry. Lonzo Ball, we realize you're smart. You're doing stuff that we don't understand. That I get. But if people don't know what you're doing, then it doesn't help. But, Magic Johnson knows what he's doing. And we're still on commercial break. Oh, I forgot about you guys. Thanks for coming. And if I don't get your comment, I'll read them at the end of the game. You look like a guy named PSVR Frank. He has a YouTube channel. Good to know. And I've also heard Hunter Pence. And I was okay with that because he's the only Giants player that I like. Because he plays like a pirate. He definitely plays like a pirate. And take your time. Yeah, you know what? I go too fast because I think that, if I go too slow, people leave. And I think my default is just to go faster. So Philly 500. I can take pauses. Like right there. We're probably back. Nope, still on commercial break. And this is a commercial for iPhone. And, Google played the long game on video and technology in general. So I went Android. It just makes life so much easier for me when I'm doing video and computer stuff. But I do miss the iPhone. I do. But I think in the long run, everybody's going to be going iPhone because Google played the long game. And what makes what Sports Fury and Josh doing so smart is in 10 years, YouTube's going to be TV. And Josh is going to have his own sports channel. That's what I'm trying to do. In 10 years, YouTube's going to be TV. And that's going to be very, very sweet. And Spectrum, I don't know if you guys have Spectrum. They're our local cable company, but they're not local. They're worth billions. They pay millions in lobbying, and they worry about people's YouTube channels. This all started from a dispute with Spectrum and the Dodgers. And then I took it too far and then started doing the Lakers, and now I'm still doing it. It's their fault. 80-79, 8 minutes left. Chris Paul gives it to Harden, and I still don't know any of these other... I mean, I know Capella, Harden has the ball, gets a screen, goes to the lane, fouled, and it doesn't go in. But close to a three-point opportunity. And Harden, this season with the Lakers, I mean, I didn't really see... I only saw these teams a few times. Because I only watch Lakers, and it's... I think there's this thing that people do with LA sports, if you're from LA, is you live in a bubble. And in general, it's just, that's what people... I'm getting out of the bubble a little bit. Watching playoffs. And gonna close the... now I'm getting distracted. 80-80. 7:53, fourth quarter. Harden, he's not really sweating that much. Now they're showing Chris Paul on the bench, sitting next to a guy in a $1,000 suit. And he was sweating all over it. I would be like, dude, get the hell away from me, Chris Paul. Sweating all over my suit. 81-80. 7:52 left. Thanks for coming. Make sure you leave some comments. Give me a subscribe, like, do whatever you want. Curry has the ball. Dribbling through his legs. Shoots a three. No good. Harden comes down with the easy layup. And I don't know where... Do neither teams go for offensive rebounds? And Harden again takes it to the hoop. Wild shot, misses it. Curry gets the rebound. It's a 2-on-2 fast break. Curry did not like those matchups and slowed it down, gave it to Durant, who's back in the game. Durant shoots a three. No good. And number 4, who's that guy? Quinn Cook gets the rebound. Trevor Ariza didn't do anything on the Lakers. Gives it to Harden. Yeah, give it right to Harden. Don't do anything else. I mean, he wasn't even good at defense. And I was hearing on the thing today, I forget who said it. Somebody told me that Ariza is good at defense. No, he's not. Gordon does the Kobe Bryant fakes three-pointer, and the guy runs right into him. So Gordon, he totally just owned Durant. And Gordon is going to go to the free throw line and get 3 free throws. And it was because it was such a good fake shot that Durant committed in the air, and then Gordon brought his hands down and then just jumped into him. And now the referees are taking a look on slow motion. Yep, that's 3. Just double checking. And you know what? It's not rigged. It's not rigged. And I don't know, for some reason I thought this guy Gordon was on Orlando Magic. And then the playoffs start, and now all of a sudden he's on the Rockets. Does this guy Aaron Gordon have a brother, or is there a good Gordon on Orlando? Or is that like a last minute shady trade? Kind of like when Houston Rockets or the Houston Astros got Verlander. That was shady. It's like, okay, we got the best. What can we do to win? Oh, let's just get Verlander. And then they beat the Dodgers in game 7. And you guys blew up our pitching. 84-80. 4-point game. 6:55. It's kind of slowed down a little bit. Not quite such a shootout. And Curry gives it to Draymond Green, who's not wearing the middle school undershirt today. Looking like a badass, like he's supposed to. And Durant is double teamed. He wild shot, and he's fouled. And honestly, that time I do think it was a foul. And it's just crazy to me how somebody so skinny can be so strong with the ball. Like, why don't people just push him over? You guys remember that guy Blake Griffin? He was the best, most fun regular season player to watch ever. He would just dunk on fools all game long. It was amazing. And then the playoffs would come, and then the only thing the other team would do would be to keep him on his feet. they would just foul him. And then now all of a sudden the guy that's awesome for jumping high can't even jump. Why don't they just do that to Durant? Just hit him in the mouth. 84-82. Harden has the ball. He always has the ball. He goes right. He just runs so fast at the hoop, and he's not. I think it's really difficult for these referees to know what's a foul and what's not when you got Harden running to the hoop like that. And honestly, I don't think a lot of these defenders want to get in front, even if it's the playoffs, because somebody could have easily gotten a blocking there or gotten drawn a charge. And Draymond Green's like, you know what? If I had my middle school undershirt on, I definitely would have got that one. And Harden's going to the free throw line. And I think sometimes he just gets the foul because they don't know. And they're like, you know, give it to Harden. He's the MVP. Makes the first one. So it's 85-82. And super excited because we're having meatloaf tonight. And how much longer do you think? 17 minutes? You know what? 20 minutes. Huh? Yeah, once the game's done. Eat meatloaf. Oh, there's 6:34 left in the fourth quarter. And you know, that lasts in playoff basketball. That's going to be about 2 hours. 86. Those Lakers games, when you're losing by 20 points, the final 5 minutes, it lasts 5 minutes. I'm not used to getting these close games. James Harden, 17 points, 4 of 16 shooting. That doesn't seem that great. It seems like he should be doing better. 86-82. 6 minutes left. Durant is just fighting, and he just backs in. He's backing in, and missed the shot. Don't see him doing that very often. And then now Houston shoots a three. Missed. And Quinn Cook, a little bit of a wild shot from the corner. Wasn't even close. They find Klay Thompson in the corner, and Gordon is playing lockdown perimeter defense. That was amazing. And somebody needs to give that guy a bonus, because 95% of all defenders would not have been able to get to Thompson in the corner that fast. And somebody calls timeout. Going to commercial break. Thanks for coming, everybody. Anybody here? Get out of the bubble. I kind of look like Seth Rogen to me. Kevin White, thanks for coming. I'm having meatloaf tonight. And what is your next reading? Wiki reading? Well, I wanted to do. I'm a weird guy. I just like reading, and I did a few of them. I wrote scripts for. I wanted to do I did it for Jared Kushner and the wife Ivanka Kushner, because I wanted to kind of maybe try a before and after, because it'd be interesting to see what it says. Anyway, I did the Trumps, but I wrote those scripts and got the voiceovers, but didn't finish it because I was just doing other stuff, and those Wikipedia articles take a lot of workload just in editing. So that's why I think I'm going to. What do you think about the next draft? Well, I'm not the guy to ask, because I just watch Lakers. I don't know anything about. I don't really watch sports media. Anyway, I don't know what I'm doing on the Wikipedia yet. I think that I'm just going to do what Josh did in some of those early Sports Fury videos, and that was he was just sitting in the corner and he just brought stuff up, and then maybe I'll argue with the British guy. I'm not sure, but the reason I think it's a good idea, and you know what, the reason I think it's a good idea, and just like why this and what you're doing is a good idea, because it all comes down to internet traffic. That's what makes YouTube different than the rest of them. You have no way to shove it in people's faces. Like, people have to come to you. Well, one way to do that is just go find out what is the most trafficked websites on the internet. Wikipedia is like number 3. It's above the porn sites. And just like everybody else, when you want to learn something, you go to Wikipedia. Well, why not read it for them? And then do some final editing on it. And that was the idea, because I know it would get traffic, but the problem is you got to do tons of them to then boost up the Google ranking. And dude, if you did like 300 of those on the important subjects, anytime somebody Googled anything, your video would come up first. So that's one that I'm going to have to get money to do, because it's hard. But you know what? But don't tell anybody about that idea. That's just between me and you guys. But good luck with it. Do 300 articles. You got to do a lot of reading and editing. Like those articles need final editing if I'm going to do that. Anyway, thanks. Oh, back to the game. Still on commercial break. But yeah, reading Wikipedia and sports. Those are my 2 videos that I'm doing. And I told everyone I was going to cut down on my videos a little bit, but no, I'm not. Because I saw that yours boosted up. And I was doing this, and I just wasn't totally convinced that it was working. Like, I knew it was working because people were coming and liking it. And every time they said, thank you so much, I was driving or working, and that's what I needed. I couldn't find it. Like, okay, well, I'm doing something that's working, but how long does it have to work for? So now I know that there's a light at the end of the tunnel, so I'm more inclined to do it more. And then I also make other videos. Like, if you owned a golf course, you guys should see my drone videos. They're like more produced, kind of nice marketing videos. I just make videos. But on YouTube, I make videos for people, like media, where somebody, like, if I make a drone video for a golf course, the only person that really gets value out of that is the golf course, because they're the ones that like it, but no one else likes it. I mean, it's like a advertising video. They pay you money to do that. If you want to make something that other people like, media, like I make this, all you guys like it, maybe thousands one day. That's what YouTube is for. So I think I waste a lot of time doing YouTube. Anyway, I love YouTube. Back to the game. 88, 82. I just think it's going to be the next TV, and I want my own channels. 88, 82. Curry has the ball, and the Rockets have loads of points off of turnovers. I don't know. I've never seen Warriors turn it over so much. And an easy little alley-oop play to number 5 under the basket. Who's this guy? Never seen this. First time. Those must be his first points. Looney, Kevin Looney. And you know what? I don't like these names anymore. Back when I was a day, the basketball players were badass. And now we got Looney, we got Livingston. You know, I don't know. Who's the other guy? I don't know. I don't like the names, especially the baseball players. And who was that? Was that Gordon? Gordon just took it to the hoop and made an amazing shot. And this guy Gordon is impressing me more and more as this game goes on. He's really stepping up. He's stepping it up to another level. When a lot of the other guys are staying the same, not realizing this is the finals. 90 to 86. 4:51 left, and Curry just made the shot. So he's got 22 points, 6 assists, and he's chewing on his mouth guard. And you know what, LeBron, I'm sick and tired of watching that damn mouth guard because they get so tight on his head. Like, just keep it in your mouth, buddy. But Curry, I'm okay with it. Harden shoots a 3, no good, and Gordon comes down. Number 4 comes down with the rebound. Who's that guy? Quinn Cook. And Houston has the ball again. 15 seconds on the shot clock. They're up by 4. And they're doing that, just running down the time thing. And the strategy must be working. They're the best team in the NBA and they're in the finals. And it worked. He just took it right to he spread out the whole damn court. And then he just went one-on-one right to the hoop and made an easy layup. That must have been a defensive mess up. Oh, and Steve Kerr calls timeout. And now we're showing 2 other athletes. They must have been former basketball players on the floor. And honestly, what I missed the most is during Lakers games, I was watching it on the Shady stream, so I was able to get the feed from inside the game during commercials. So I was watching the live in-house entertainment. And it was fun because they had juggling, they had dogs dancing, they had people from Cirque du Soleil come in, like an Asian woman spinning on her head. It was pretty fun. And they had the dance cam, and they had the kiss cam, and they had a dance competition. It made the play-by-play fun. And now just get commercials. And now we're taking a look at, I know one of those guys is the guy from the Pacers back in the day. And is that Chris Webber? Is that Chris? Oh, get him off the screen. And then this is, we got Marv Albert, Chris Webber, and the guy from the Pacers. And can we get a more boring group of broadcasters? I don't know. You guys are here. You guys know what I'm doing. Next time, just watch. I'm going to get on TV, so I'm live. You can watch me or Sports Fury or Philly 500, but watch the game with the sound off, and you can listen to us. And you do not have to hear this garbage anymore. I am so sick and tired of ESPN. I am so sick of sports media. And maybe that's part of the reason why I stopped watching it. But yeah, those guys just make me mad. Just looking at them. Say something real. And it's just the advertising model is done. Like, for example, if you take a look at Sports Fury, like he wants ads on his videos because YouTube boosts those up. But really, the audience themselves pay you through Patreon. And that's kind of the way to go. So the advertising model is done, and this is the last gaps. Going back to the game. I just love YouTube. And dude, they screwed me. Now you need 1,000 subscribers to get monetization. Right when I told them, dude, let me join the partnership like literally the next day, they're like, we're keeping this guy out. He's doing gimmicks, keeping him out. Anyway, 92. I think that's another reason why Sports Fury boosted up recently, is because he's getting those ads and he's ranking up the Google searching, and it's just a slow process, and Google's helping him out. Houston shoots, no good. 92, 86, 3 minutes left. I promise no more talk about anything other than the game. It's 6 points. Warriors look a little bit dead on offense, and they have for a little while. And Durant gives it to Thompson, and Thompson does the same fake three-pointer thing and catches Gordon in the air. And honestly, I think that's one of the adjustments you can make if somebody is playing that hard lockdown defense on you on the perimeter. Because if somebody's doing that, what else can you do? Fake them, and then the next time down the floor, they're not going to be on your ass so much. Harden talking to Chris Paul about something, and they were very intense. Like right now, Chris Paul is definitely acting like the leader of the team, talking to everybody. But it looked very intense, the conversation he was having with Harden. And I don't know if Harden was super happy with it, but it did look like a professional relationship and just two people talking at work. And you know what? It happens to everybody. Sometimes you just got to battle it out. But other times you can go too far, and then it just turns into people being punks. And there was no punk out of either of them. Just, professionals talking to professionals. And now I'm rambling. 92, 86, 309 left. Let's go through. Draymond. Okay, so we got this one. See who's got how many points for what. So we got Capella with 12 points. Tucker with 8. Who the hell's that guy? Trevor Ariza with 5. Not doing shit. Harden with 19. Chris Paul with 20. Eric Gordon with 19 points. And he has been the reason why they're still winning. Eric Gordon doing work. And Gerald Green with 9. Who knows who that guy is? And on the Warriors, we got Draymond Green with 7 and 9 rebounds. Klay Thompson with 20 points. Curry with 22. Kevin Durant with 29. And then a bunch of people that don't matter. But Kevin Durant with 29 is definitely the big number. And this year, when we were... See, they always show you when the next game is. So game 1, well, who knows? It's coming up. Make sure you check out Sports Fury for NBA Finals. And you know what? You guys have to decide what to do afterwards. And just hope football comes sooner than later. I'm doing Dodgers, and I'll say, sometimes in Los Angeles, we can be... We're not bandwagon fans. We're called fair weather fans. I've heard that before. And I can say without a doubt that based on traffic on the internet, when the Lakers were losing, people stopped watching. We lost 9 games in a row, and the traffic just went... Woof. The Dodgers were even worse. Like, as soon as the Dodgers were losing, like early in the season, and we were looking bad, nobody was coming. It's like, where are all the Dodgers fans at? And I think that might just be a thing that people do around here. 92. As soon as the Lakers get in the playoffs, though, everybody gets their flags out. And that's part of the reason why I think we lost last year in the World Series, was half the city didn't get the game because of Spectrum. If we would have had that extra hype, we would have won. I blame Spectrum for us losing. We needed that extra mojo, and half the city not even knowing we're in the playoffs definitely didn't help. Harden has the ball, being guarded by Curry. They like this matchup. He goes left, goes right, takes it to the hoop, teardrop shot, misses the layup. Curry gets the rebound. It's a 3-point game, 2:45 left. And Curry slows it down and going for a little bit of isolation against Ariza. Ariza is up in his grill. Passes it to Livingston. Now we can see their names. This is pretty... I gotta get my face close to the computer. They give it back to Curry. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Thompson has it. He's going to have to put up something wild. Gives it the shot clock violation. And that would be, I would count that as an unforced error by Golden State. Maybe one too many passes. Now they got a tight on Steve Kerr, who's smiling and laughing. Like, dude, that was a mess up. Why are you smiling and laughing? Don't like that look. Maybe he was a little bit embarrassed. And Chris Paul walking down the floor with confidence. Like, you should see him directing the team. Harden's like, dude, this is my team. And Chris Paul's like, right now it's not. And he's just dribbling down. They're wasting the time every single possession. And he's taking it to the hoop on this one-on-one thing. He stops. And he takes it to the hoop again in the lane. Blocked by Durant. That was disrespectful. That was disrespectful, Kevin Durant. He came out of nowhere. That was disrespectful. And this is going to be Golden State's ball. And he didn't need to do that. Chris Paul was on his back. And that's going to be a highlight reel kind of play, but, you know, that's one of those things. Kevin Durant, he's long and lanky. And I kind of liked how quickly he came to help on the double team because Chris Paul was committed to that layup and just blocked the shit out of it. And Golden State has it right now. They pass it around. Draymond Green takes it to the hoop, but doesn't dunk and misses the layup, but then gets his own layup and gets the putback. And Draymond Green, you got to throw that down. You got to throw that down and put on your middle school undershirt. 1 point game, 1:37 left. Both teams are not looking as amazing as they were before, but they're matching up well. And we're really seeing this ISO versus this team defense. And Harden's going up against Curry, pushes away, doesn't get called, passes it to Gordon. Gordon shoots a three. That's good. That's good. And JJ Watt is up on his feet, and you couldn't see Justin Timberlake behind him because he's maybe 3 times as big. And Justin Timberlake the whole time is like this. Like, dude, I paid $4,000 for these seats. It's like when you're on an airplane next to a fat guy. It's like you're uncomfortable, and that's what Justin Timberlake was doing. And now we're going to commercial break. 95-91, 1:21 left. But this game's not even close to being over. But that was just amazing. That was pretty good. And when they crash the boards and somebody like Chris Paul or Harden goes to the hoop, everybody follows him. So then they just kick it out. They kick it out, and then Gordon can drain those all day. I could have made that one if the three-point line was a little bit way closer up. Like college three-pointers, I can get those. I'm open. You pass it to me. I'll drain it. Trust me, people. Any farther than that, can't do it. And, you know, I can't really go to the hoop that well, but I'm just one of those basketball players that just stands under the basket. Because if you stand under the basket, you're guaranteed to at least get a few points. So for all you youngsters out there, that's just good strategy. And that's just me joking around. Now we're looking at a Jack Daniels commercial. And official sponsor or partner with the NBA. And yeah, Harden was getting double teamed, so they passed it out to Gordon, and he just drained the three. And yeah, JJ Watt, you should see his arms. He is officially jacked. Officially jacked. And you know what? Always one of those guys that I kind of thought maybe might be on steroids only because he just looks like a superhero, and that is usually the first indication. But you know what? You can't like accuse somebody without knowing for sure. Green just drained a three. Who the hell is Green? Draymond Green just drained a three. 1 point game. 1 minute left. Houston has the ball. Harden takes it to the lane, and that was an upset travel. And I saw that. That looked weird. In a pickup game, they would have called that one on you. And Golden State's going to get the ball back. They're down by 1 with 1:05 left. And Harden looks very frustrated. Steve Kerr is now yelling at the referees. And Steve Kerr's up on his feet. He's not happy. Let's watch this in slow motion. Harden goes up against Thompson and kind of pushed away. That was weird. And you know what? Harden does do more of a push away than other people. And it's funny because that's the type of thing that just gets called so quickly on everybody in the NBA in 2018. You know, they really put on the gloves, but they don't call that one on Harden. But Houston has the ball. I guess that wasn't traveling. Houston has the ball. They're up by 1. Chris Paul has it with 7 seconds left. Fakes left, fakes right, goes left. Spin move in the paint. Misses it. Draymond Green comes down with the rebound. Chris Paul is on his back. It's 4 versus 3. And they give it to... Is that Swaggy P? Swaggy P shoots a 3. No good. That couldn't have been Swaggy P. And Houston comes down with the rebound. They give it to Harden. They're taking their time. 35 seconds left. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Harden goes left, being guarded by Thompson. Does the push away thing. They don't call it. Shoots a 3. Misses it. And the ball goes out of bounds. And that's going to be off of Draymond Green. And that's going to be Houston ball, I think. So it's a 1 point game. And that couldn't have been Swaggy P in the game. Oh, that was Cook. Cook shot that 3. And I think Chris Paul might have pulled a hamstring or something. It was 4 versus 3, and for some reason Cook decided to shoot a 3. And Chris Paul was grabbing his leg on the other side of the floor, and now I think we have an injury timeout of some kind. And these coaches, like, these doctors these team doctors, they don't ever look like doctors that we see. They look like cool guys. Like if you saw them in an elevator, you would never guess that they were doctors. But you know what? It just goes to show anybody can be a doctor. And now we're watching in slow motion, and let's just hope Chris Paul is okay. And to me, it just kind of looked like a pulled hamstring or maybe a cramp. But he is definitely limping, and I don't know why Cook shot that 3 so fast. That was terrible. And it's still a 1-point game, 22 seconds left. And Houston's going to have the ball. So I guess that means that they foul. And the referee is trying to figure out what's going on. Marv Albert is thinking, man, how old am I? How long have I been doing this? Let's bring in some new blood. Let's get this guy off YouTube. Oh, now they're saying who the ball was off of. And I thought off the bat it was off Draymond Green. So let's see what they find out. And Gordon, he's really been putting in the work. Oh, Golden State ball. Of course, they get every call. 1-point game, 20 seconds left. Curry has it. 18 seconds left. At the 3-point line, goes right, takes it to the hoop, teardrop shot, bank, misses it, and Houston gets the rebound. They gotta foul him, and they do foul him. And I don't know what Draymond Green was doing. He should have gotten the rebound and then just put it in real quick, but he hit it out. I think he tried to hit it out to his teammate, but it looked like he could have just grabbed it and put it in. That was weird. And I think Draymond Green is better with his middle school undershirt on. And here's Ariza at the free throw line. And I don't know if he makes free throws. He never made any for the Lakers. 10 seconds on the clock. Golden State is still in this game, but a couple errors late in this one. And I think that the last couple minutes, I think being at home is really making a big difference on just the way that the teams are playing and like their confidence and how it's going down. Because those are mistakes that you don't see Golden State making too often. And who's this guy? They're bringing in somebody new at the very rebounding purposes. 96-94. He made the first one. Here's the second one. He shoots and misses it. It's a 2-point game. Draymond Green gives it to Durant. Durant calls timeout. And there is 6.7 seconds left. 2-point game. And we are on commercial break. Thanks for coming, everybody. Make sure you leave some comments. Give me a like if you're new. Give me a subscribe. Give me 2 tries. Give me 2 tries. And if you can't get to a TV, think about it like radio. And make sure you check out Sports Fury's channel and then talk to them in the chat. They're cool guys. They know sports. And make sure you check it out because he's doing something that no one else is doing. Well, there's a new branch of the YouTube tree of new content. And Josh, one of the guys, created content. And there's a lot of people, the term content creator gets thrown around a lot. It's thrown around a lot, but people make content. Not as many people create content. And what Josh did was creating content officially. Doing something new. Make sure you check it out. I'm a YouTuber and I put him up on a pedestal. We're back. 6.7 seconds left. Golden State has the ball, and it's a 2-point game. And honestly, usually you would think give this to Curry, but he has not been super rock solid. So I think you got to give it to Durant. They give it to Curry. Curry dribbles it up the court. They give it to Draymond. He turns it over. And now there's 2.4 seconds left, and Warriors folded like lawn chairs in the final 2 minutes of this game, and that looked very similar to the Lakers. Because they were so young, they could never win at the ending of the game, even if it was close. Even if they were up by 5, they could never win because they were just bobbling the ball and not being solid and just looking like a bunch of youngsters. And Warriors, this was a major. They gave it to, who was that? I think Draymond Green is going to take a lot of guff this game for messing up here at the ending. And Gordon made the first free throw, so it's now a 3-point game. So if he makes this one, it's basically over. Thanks for coming, everybody. I'm gonna do I'm gonna read the comments and then do good, bad, and what to look forward to. But that's what I did with Lakers, and it was just a good way to end it because you guys always complain that I didn't have to do like a post-game show. So yeah, I'm gonna read the comments and then good, the bad, and what to look forward to. make sure you write those comments, say something funny. If you got a joke, make sure you put it down there. Because honestly, you got to check out the memes that Sports Fury guys are making. Part of content is having your fans make content. And you guys actually are just as important to a channel getting good as anybody else. And that's something that I should have realized earlier, because I let a lot of people go by and didn't talk to them enough. And the game's over. Houston wins 98-94, and what was a shootout of a game kind of ended with the whimper, with Golden State folding like lawn chairs. And it's going to be interesting to see what people say about it. But they folded, and now Justin Timberlake is very happy with the Houston crowd, and JJ Watt is, you know what, he is royalty now, I think, because he's such a good guy. And I think that was Daniel Stern, the commissioner of the league, like giving him a high five. And now we got the Houston Astro girls looking super hot, dancing up and down. Turns out they actually don't get paid that well, so let's hope these ones get paid. And they got the confetti coming down. Rockets win. And now we got a shot of two old guys dancing on the Jumbotron. And more shots of just Houston fans. You know, a lot of white people. A lot of white people. I've been to Houston. And now they're talking to Harden. And this woman, she looks like poor man's Jennifer Lawrence. Interviewing Harden. And he's sweating. And he's thinking, you know what, we just won. And he's probably surprised how badly they folded. Anyway, thanks for coming, everybody. Make sure you like and subscribe. Gonna close this down. About to eat meatloaf. Uh-oh, did I just hit the wrong button? Oh, still here. What's up, guys? Here we go.
Dinner time.
It's dinner time. I'm gonna go fast. Like high Warriors, like Warriors will win, but it's going to be close. You were totally right, but wrong. It was close, but they lost. Philly, what up, dude? Let's focus on the play-by-play. Talks about Star Wars. You know what? It just happens. Me neither. No more SJW shoved down throat. Philly 500, I couldn't agree with you more. And it's not that I don't agree with what they stand for deep down. It's just how they do it. And it's top down kind of garbage. Don't like it. And especially not in movies. Like, come on, dude. Anyway, moving on. Like that purple-haired woman in The Last Jedi.
Told you stop talking about it.
Oh yeah, no more Star Wars. Reading comments. Hey yo, I like his beard too. You look like Little Dicky. You should look him up. Yeah, he's got those rap songs that are funny, and he's got like that little brain dancing around. That was a good one. That's good video. You're blowing my mind. I'm going back and watching all your content. Sports Fury, what's up? Houston is possible. You live is better than the ones I've tried to watch so far. Sports Fury made me leave the channel because they didn't go live for this game. Totally, because he's working. But go to Live Fury. And I think he said that they're going to be doing 4 games per week. And honestly, I thought about that, and that actually might be good. Because you don't see channels posting, like, relentlessly. You know, you just don't see it that much. So maybe 4 games a week is good. The only downside is he's missing the finals. Or not the finals, big games. So, you know what? If I were him, I would get back as soon as possible. He still can't because it's frozen. Fury, I should be studying finals, but I'm watching the stream. Kevin White, thanks for coming. What are you studying for? Philly, thanks. We appreciate that, man. It's okay. Take your time, buddy. Last Jedi sucks. Agree about Star Wars. YouTube, the dog is here. YouTube, he looks like my old dog. Miniature Schnauzer. Sit. He's not the best sitter. If you had treats, all day. He does his own thing. You look like a guy named PSVR Frank. He has a YouTube channel. I'll check that out. What do you think about the draft NBA this year? I'm going fast. Don't know enough to have any comments, but let's hope the Lakers do well and we get LeBron. You look like Seth Rogen. Get out of the bubble. What's for dinner tonight? Meatloaf. What's your next wiki? I'm going to get back to that because I know it's a good idea. It's just a lot of work right now. Would you be willing to implement any ideas if someone has a great idea? Yes, I'm down for anything. And what's funny is when I'm doing this, I can't ever talk to people about it because most people don't get YouTube and they just think nobody can help even though they want to. It's weird. It's weird. I should have been looking in YouTube for help and I should have been looking in the right places because my twin brother, who's like a financial guy, doesn't know anything about YouTube. So anyway, I'm glad that I met you guys because now I know who to ask. Sometimes it can be very lonely doing YouTube and that's weird. You're lonely using your brain. You don't know what to do. You're just doing guess and check and math. You don't know what to do. So now I get some help. Thank you so much. Why are you not streaming right now? I was looking for you guys. They'll be back later. We really do. We couldn't because work has Josh has work. Okay. Why did you guys shave that awesome? Well, dude, he looks better with the beard. he looks like he does. I'm gonna say he does look better with the beard. Just, you know, no homo. LOL, it's already growing back. Can't wait. Haha. Bro, I tried donating, but it didn't work. Yeah, dude. I mean, I've gotten at least like 5 hours worth of good entertainment out of Sports Fury, and I think it's usually like, you know, people should give $1 for like, somebody should be giving like $1 every once in a while. You know, that's just how this is gonna work. If you want good content, we're gonna have to pay for it ourselves, and that's the audience. Sorry, I can't ask how much donations. It looked like they, I don't know, my guess is getting a couple hundred, but I don't know for sure, but that's not bad. Because people were new, like all those people were there for the first time. So if those guys actually get good value, they're going to come back, and these guys don't have to worry about money in the future. Like right now they do, but as time goes on and YouTube is TV and the advertising money finds equilibrium with other TV and other entertainment, these guys will be set. So can you make money doing YouTube? Absolutely, but you have to do it. Everyone, please here. Thank you so much, Philly. Yeah, I need tips to grind, but YouTube, but I never grow. I suck, honestly. But yeah, I need tips. I grind but off in you. You know what? Didn't get that one, Julio. My bad. Julio 2K. You got channel, yes, but it sucks. Sports channel. What's your name, bro? I can give you a shout out to your channel for the next stream. My name's Devin. You don't have to, honestly. Okay. Philly, likewise. Thank you. Done, Julio. Thank you so much for the comments. I got to go. I am eating dinner. Good, the bad, what to look for. The good was a great game. Great game. More games to come. The bad was Draymond Green not wearing his middle school undershirt, and I would say blew it at the ending. Maybe he's not the smartest player in the world. I kind of saw somebody, he looked lost. What to look forward to is more great basketball, because we were running out of games here. And another experience watching Sports Fury when they come back, because it's not watching a sport, it's an experience. No other way to describe it. Thanks for coming, everybody. I gotta go. Make sure you subscribe.